So I've stayed in a bunch of hotels in Los Angeles, and they were fine, but they were missing something. And I could never really put my finger on what it was until I read this article. There weren't enough mentally ill drug addicts at the hotels. And I don't know about you, but I have trouble sleeping if there's not screaming all night. Anyway, here's the headline. Voters in Los Angeles will decide if the homeless can be housed in vacant hotel rooms. So it says here that in LA County, more than 60,000 people are homeless, while more than 20,000 hotel rooms lie empty on the average night. So I guess it's simple. Just put them in the hotel rooms. What could possibly go wrong? Now, it says that this union, Unite Here Local 11, led by Kurt Peterson, represents hotel workers in LA. The union has gathered signatures, and now LA County residents will vote on a bill in 2024 that would force every hotel to report vacancies at 2 p.m. every day. The hotels would then welcome homeless people into the rooms. So this is being led by a union. I have a hard time believing that the hotel workers want a bunch of mentally ill drug addicts in the rooms that they have to clean, or that they're really super keen to be dealing with mentally ill drug addicts on a daily basis. I mean, more so than they do outside of the hotel. And it is just a fact that amongst the homeless population, there is a lot of mental illness and drug addiction. It kind of makes you think that maybe it wasn't such a good idea to shut down all the institutions that could safely treat people with serious mental illness. And maybe facilitating drug use isn't such a good idea either. In any case, it's not something that ruining hotels is going to fix. Now, it says at the end of this article that some opponents say the union is pushing this bill as a negotiating tactic for leverage, but the union denies that. So that seems like a real possibility to me, though. And it's also possible that the union leaders are just super woke and corrupt and are just doing this regardless of what the actual union members think. But anyway, this Peterson, who's this union leader, says, we think this is part of the solution. By no means do we think this solves the homelessness crisis, but do hotels have a role to play? Of course they do. And will this destroy the hotel industry in LA? Of course it will, because nobody wants to go and stay at a hotel full of mentally ill drug addicts. Let's see, Stuart Waldman, president of the Valley Industry and Commerce Association, disagrees with the union. It's just insane. It isn't going to solve the problem. Let's see, it says the bill would also force developers to replace housing demolished to make way for new hotels, and hotel permits would be introduced. Additionally, every hotel, from a Super 8 to the Biltmore, will have to accept homeless people as guests. Now, I can guarantee you that the luxury hotels will not have to do this. It doesn't matter what they're saying now. The luxury hotels will have an exemption, because the people staying in the luxury hotels, the very high-end hotels, are of the rules for thee but not for me crowd. Yeah, socialism and squalor are great for you, not so great for them. Now, this president of the Commerce Association, he says, I wouldn't want my kids around people that I'm not sure about. Well, not sure about is, I think, putting it mildly, I would say. I wouldn't want to be in an elevator with somebody who's clearly having a mental break. The idea that you can intermingle homeless folks with paying normal guests just doesn't work out. I don't know. I mean, you would think that it wouldn't be nice. You would think that perhaps, I don't know, some German tourist who had no idea this was going on might decide that LA is some sort of dystopian nightmare. But who knows? I mean, maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's not going far enough. What about Airbnbs too? What about, any house that has a spare bedroom? The kid went off to college. You got to get somebody who thinks they're Jesus in there. I mean, don't you have a heart? So anyway, they're trying to solve the homeless problem there. And if this goes through in 2024, they're going to have a homelessness in hotels problem, for which I think travelers will have a solution. Don't go to LA. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for doing that. I will see you next time.